Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and absolutely thrilled to have you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies with us today. Speaking of my guides, it was quite hilarious. Had my root canal done yesterday. All fabulous, no pain whatsoever, just a little bit of an aching jaw of being forced open for so long. But yeah, it was quite hilarious actually. The boys were there with me obviously, peering in my mouth with interest, especially Naren, who is my First Nations guide, because he has all of about 3 teeth in his head, and he was absolutely fascinated by what was going on. He is my spiritual leader guide. He was the spiritual leader, the medicine man of his First Nations, Australian First Nations tribe. So he found it absolutely fascinating. So thank you for getting me through that, guys. They kept me quite calm. Not that there was any anxiety, but it was just lovely to have them there. Okay, first of all, Grant Wall, mentioned him in the previous video, has had the autopsy done by the New York medical examiner. The boys told me this morning they just fishy, really loud, died of an aneurysm or aortic aneurysm. I did some research after they put fishy in there because I don't like conspiracy theories, and I thought maybe I was bringing my bias in. He had been prescribed antibiotics in Qatar, and there are certain antibiotics that if you do have an aneurysm can actually trigger it, but I'm going to leave it there because I'm not getting on the roller coaster. So I'll leave the reading as it stands, and I shall just leave it at that. His family are satisfied with that explanation, and we're not going in any further into the rabbit hole. Okay, tornadoes and blizzards in the US. Man, icing over of the seas in the UK. Snow in Australia in summer, sorry. What a crazy. Anyhow, stay safe, everybody. Look after your neighbours. Take care. What I did want to touch on was that, and I'm sure I'm going to pronounce this absolutely incorrectly, Maja Deraza Ranavad, a protester in Iran, was arrested, accused, wasn't allowed to choose his own lawyer. He wasn't allowed to challenge evidence. The court case was held in secret. It was not publicised at all. He was publicly hanged overnight for some accusations that are a little bit dubious in regards to the human rights protesting that's going on in Iran. So, oh boy, great love and strength to those in Iran undertaking their bravery, their courage for standing up for their rights. And what I want to have a look at today, and it just seems a little bit, after that particular announcement, not particularly as in... Sorry, excuse my energies in regards to that. I'm going to have a look at the Mark Meadows text just to see where this goes. So news has come out that Mark Meadows, on the day of the January 6th insurrection, was in contact with 34 Republican Congress people. So this is House and Senate. Split the deck to start the reading, and I've got the Fool and the confinement, restricted, potentially jail card. Some of those he was in contact with the usual mob, the Jordan, Heiss, Cruz, Brooks, Babin, Kelly, but there were 34 in total. Now, I'll pop a link below to a reading that I did a few weeks back in regards to Mr. Jack Smith, going through the Congress like a dose of salt, so I'll always put up, I'm looking forward to Mr. Smith's dose of salts, or as we say in Australia, through it like a Bondi tram, through the Congress, and I have seen that the Congress will turn blue by elections, anybody? By the mid-year solstice. So, just tell me about these Mark Meadows text messages. Oh, chills right up my leg. The Mark Meadows text messages. Tell me about how this is going to go. Ooh, now you'll notice all these mob have been very quiet. There was a report yesterday that 30-something subpoenas have been sent out by the DOJ. I looked today, couldn't find anything to clarify them or who they went to, so I'm not reading on that, but this is very much about walking away. Walking away. I think they're all trying to distance themselves frantically. The lawmakers are trying to distance themselves. These are the Congress people from what actually went on. Oh, I've got cards flying out everywhere. It was the reap what you sow and the Queen of Swords, the prosecutors. But tell me about these Mark Meadows text messages. Okay. Come on down. Ah, well. How's that for a first card out? The truth is going to wound some of them. Okay, I'm not talking about all of them, I'm just talking about some of them. And it's going to cause a lot of infighting. Wasn't me, it was you. No, it was you, it wasn't me. Infighting. Partisanship, infighting. Okay. It's going to, okay, thank you. The word they put straight to me was scrappy. It is going to become a scrappy bun fight. Okay, as the truth cuts deep. Right, base of the reading. As Danny Shea says, the energies they are marinating in is about their choices. Okay, it is about the choices that they made for power, greed, money, beauty, vanity, assets, etc. This is all about the choices, the emotional choices that they have made. Not in the past, it's still current. It is about the choices for the various forms of power that they made in the past. Yes, DOJ's got it all happening. January 6th had them as well, but this is the new start. In the past, the new start illuminating, and you've got these sprouts coming out on this wand, so these shoots coming out in these new directions. It's in the past. Crowning the reading, the foolishness. Yeah, thank you. Has many meanings. Stepping out bravely in faith and trust that the universe will catch you. New journey, new start. Foolishness of these people. The foolishness in their choices. Okay. Looking at the past, their naivety. So it is the past the immediate future is the past. Okay. Externally, a lot of work going on behind the scenes. This is the DOJ crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, linking. Now, when I see when the boys give me an image of what is going on at the moment, they give me a huge pinboard. And if you think back to the old crime movies, they used to have a piece of red string and they'd have a tack there with the string on one end and a tack there with linking these two and then linking that and linking that, and they give me the image of a pinboard which is literally red string linking. You can almost not see the pinboard itself because of the linking of the red string. So this is the work going on behind the scenes by the DOJ. Internally, it is a moment of reckoning. It is karma going to come and bite them on the bum. It is about the closing of some doors and opening of others, but it is about karma and destiny coming and biting them on the backside. Ooh, drawn two. Glanced at the figures around. They've all got a book open. It's the karma of the communications. How do I put this? Okay, for Trump, they follow the money trail. For these guys, they are following what had been written. Okay, hopes and fears, packing up the truth and moving forward. One person is cloaked. There are some that will duck under cover and make a getaway with it. But there are others that won't. Okay, the outcome of these text messages. Okay, it is about the partnerships, the agreements, the communications, but it was an unbalanced partnership. So there will, again, some will go under the radar, but some will be in full view. Strength of the plan. Watching their ships come in, causing a tower moment. If you've read some of these texts, holy crumbs. Basically, you need to do this so that we can overthrow the government, literally. It was all about the planning. So it is the planning coming, watching the ships come in, the planning coming to fruition, the strength of the messages about the plan that is going to cause a tower moment. And here we have our Queen of Swords, the prosecutors. And it is actually going to come forward very quickly for them. There is going to be, even for us old cynics, there's going to be something unexpected in regards to this, with full illumination into the moral corruption. Okay, on the base. Here's our Eight of Swords again. I'm not getting imprisonment, but I'm getting the truth is just going to severely restrict. It's going to bind them up, the restriction in regards to their mercenary actions, leading to loss. Okay. Paper trail. Absolute gooses. Absolute gooses. So I'll leave it at that. What I'm getting from that is that the messages that they've got is going to lead to the downfall of some. Some are going to put their hood over and manage to sneak out, but others are going to find themselves quite severely restricted and brought to and prosecuted in regards to that. So we'll watch this space with interest. Thank you, Mr. Meadows, for inadvertently supplying those texts that put 34 Republican Congress people fair and square, traceably in the spotlight. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.